2025, and we are finally here, and we're ready for a little bit of baseball. It's Chuck Zach along with Jay Davis, Zach Doty. We're coming at you live from Pleasant Grove's brand new baseball complex. Jay, you'll know better than anybody the effort to get this bad boy off the ground and to be here tonight with an opener between Pleasant Grove and Liberty-Eylau.
Well, I know the last 2 or 3 months, everything has been going full blast, and you had folks out here every single day, a lot of folks even on the weekend, and big kudos to Matt Fry and his team for being able to pull this off in time for Pleasant Grove to be able to host Liberty-Eylau, the state champions of last year, and looking forward to a great matchup and more importantly, a great season from both these teams.
Yeah, they no longer have to worry about getting through each other to get down to Austin. First of all, Liberty-Eylau is down to a 3A, not a 4A. Second of all, nobody plays in Austin anymore. The entire state is moving the championship games to Dell Diamond in Round Rock. So what happened last June will be the last time we're going to see games at Dish Falk for a while. So Liberty-Eylau and Pleasant Grove going to open the season as friendly rivals and no longer district opponents.
Well, and I think tonight is going to be just a little taste of what each of the fan bases can see. I know both teams are very, very excited to be able to face each other. You know, many of them have been on the same teams, whether it be travel ball or just local teams. So both of these teams know each other very, very well.
They have played 6 times in the past 2 years, and the Hawks have dominated 5-1 in those 2 years. They won the district those 2 years, and the Leopards say, well, you can have the district. We got to go to Austin. They were right. But the Hawks are defending back-to-back district champions, and we're ready to roll. It's Tristan Howe stepping in for Liberty-Eylau. He'll be batting first and pitching as he steps in from the right side. Leopards in their very snazzy black and white pinstriped road jerseys for today. First pitch on the way. That one just a little outside, it looks like, for ball. Hunter Rose on the mound for the Hawks is the very first pitch in this new ballpark. Got thrown off, and that'll be saved for posterity, and that one will be out of use. First base, Walker Wright for the Hawks. Second base, Jarrett Halter. Third is Christian May. The shortstop is Spencer Browning as a fastball comes in high for ball 2. In the outfield, Blue Rose is in left. Jace Elrod's in center, and Landon West is in right. Behind the plate, Buck Anderson, and the lefty, Hunter Rose, fires that one in for a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike to the right-handed hitting Tristan Howe. Behind Howe, we'll have Eli Jarvis and Britton Pipes, the top third of the Leopard lineup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That one's hit into right, flaring away and short of the right fielder. That's going to get down for a hit. Howe took a look at second base, but decided not to test the arm of Landon West, and he'll be on with a leadoff single.
Well, and he's also going to be the answer to some trivia questions moving forward as well, getting the first hit here at Pleasant Grove baseball field.
Wonder if he'll get to keep that ball.
Probably not.
You are probably correct. All right, in steps Eli Jarvis, hitting from the left side. Now with his lead, hard to run on Rose. This one's going to get by the catcher. However, Anderson can't corral it as it rolls back to the backstop. And Howe's going to move to second base on the wild pitch.
Yeah, runners in scoring position for Liberty-Eylau early in this game. And Coach Fowler steps out to make sure everyone knows what play is called.
Of course, Fowler does not coach on the bases. He has not since basically he's taken over the head job here at LE. A pitch misses low. 2 balls and no strikes. Instead, he'll have John Stilson coaching over at first base. And I guess promotion maybe is moving over Ricky Rushing from first base to third base, spot that former Hawk coach Craig Jones held the last couple of years. Another pitch down low, and it's 3 balls and no strikes now to the number 2 hitter, Eli Jarvis, with Britton Pipes on deck.
Yeah, Rose just looking to make a couple of good pitches here to get his confidence level ready to go for the rest of this inning.
Here's the pitch. Fastball inside, and he misses with ball 4, so a single and a walk. And there's 2 runners on for Pipes with nobody out. Leopards, most of them, along with about half of the Hawks, wearing the long sleeves today. It's a little brisk, 46 degrees at first pitch today. We'll probably get down into the upper 30s by the time we're out of here tonight. So 2 runners on, nobody out. And here's the number 3 hitter, third baseman Britton Pipes, another right-handed hitter. This one misses low. And Rose, who's really tough on batters, especially from the left side, having a little bit of control trouble early as he's missed on 5 straight pitches. Pipes takes his time to step back in. Now with his lead at second, Jarvis over at first. And showing bunt, Pipes pulls it back, and that's in for a strike. And that snaps the streak at 5 straight misses by Hunter Rose.
Yeah, last year really didn't see Hunter go that deep as far as 5 balls in a row, but looking to get him settled down here.
Pitch coming in. That one up top in the zone for strike number 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Rose last year with a 4-1 record and a 1.20 earned run average. He was first team all-district, and of course he's committed to head to the University of Arkansas after he graduates, but that's still another year away. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Ground ball foul, first base side. It stays 1-2. The dimensions here not on the wall or the pole yet, but kind of, sort of, when I walked this place yesterday with Riley Fincher, he told me about 410-ish down the lines, about, I said about 310 down the line, about 340 into the alley, 370 to right and left center. There's a swing and a miss, and Pipes goes down on strikes, and about 380 to straightaway center field with an elevated wall in center field. So it's going to take a monstrous hit to get one out of here.
One of the things we saw last year out of Pleasant Grove is a lot of double play balls being forced by the pitching staff, and see if Hunter Rose can put Pleasant Grove in that position to be able to turn 2.
Lefty Colin Evans stepping in now, center fielder. Pitch on the outside part of the plate. It's taken Rose a minute to get warmed up, but he's found the range now as he starts Evans out with a called strike on the outside part of the plate. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. 2 runners on for the Leopards here in the top of the first. First ever game here at Pleasant Grove's new baseball field. And the pitch, high inside on the fastball, even at 1-1. And, of course, this complex also has a softball field behind us. And a little bit behind the left field corner is what's going to be a field that's apparently going to be used by the band here at PG. It kind of simulates the football field and allows them to practice when the football team's on the field. There's a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes now.
Yeah, I would imagine the band is looking forward to that because summers on the asphalt isn't very much fun.
No thanks. If you've gone to PG or had a kid at PG, you know summers walking on that parking lot. It's not where you want to spend your time. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch to Evans. Whoa, he tried to check it. I don't know if he got a piece of it. Looks like not, as the runners are going to advance on the pitch that Anderson couldn't handle a little bit high. It almost looked for a second like Evans tried to check his swing and may have made contact with it, but that's not the call. The runners move up on the second wild pitch of the inning. And now runners are at second and third with 1 away, and Riley Fincher's quick to come out and see his pitcher.
Well, and with it being 2-2 count, Rose will be able to go at the batter now since there's no need to really keep the players on the bases.
Which also means for the left-hander, he's going to have first baseman ranging a little bit further away from the bag than he normally would have. It gives the Hawks a little bit of a chance to move Walker right around. Doesn't have to be holding a runner close to the bag. 2 balls, 2 strikes. As with most LEPG games, we get a 4-man umpiring crew. You don't get that a whole lot in high school baseball games. It's usually a 2-man crew. But we get 4 here for these. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Evans a little waggle to that bat. Here comes the pitch. This one hit into the air. It's slicing back towards center field. Grabbed by Elrod. They'll tag up the runner from third to home. You better come in a hurry. He will get in to score, and the tag not in time, and apparently the ball dropped by the third baseman just as it was coming in. Christian May had Eli Jarvis dead to rights and just couldn't hold on to the ball. He'll slide in safe at third. It's a second out of the inning, but the Leopards take a 1-0 lead as Howe comes in on the sacrifice fly.
Yeah, Pleasant Grove just not able to get the ball in quick enough and, make that play at third. Allows Liberty-Eylau to continue this inning.
It steps Maddox Moore now. Moore plays shortstop today. He looks at a first pitch that misses for ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. That one better. Bender in there for a strike. Ball and a strike now on the junior Maddox Moore. Most of this Leopard team are seniors. They have a huge senior class this year. That's a fastball in there for a strike as well, which is kind of why this team's considered the early favorite to maybe go back down to attempt to win a state at the 3A level, but not going to happen with Moore as he swings and misses on 3 straight pitches, and that'll end the inning. Leopards pick up 1 run. They do that on 1 hit, and they leave 1 man on base. We'll come back for the bottom of the first. We'll do a 60-second break. Coming right back here on 107.1 and on Texarkana Game Day.
We are excited to announce here at Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital that we have expanded our capabilities to better serve our community. As a hospital, we have the capability for inpatient services. After your outstanding emergency care, we can smoothly transition you into one of our new inpatient rooms that have telemetry monitors in every room to continue your concierge medicine care. While our patients continue receiving their care in their inpatient suites, we also make sure that your loved ones are taken care of with our outstanding facilities. Our added services include a procedure room and also the capability of MRIs. With our imaging, we are able to offer outpatient, inpatient, and emergency room, MRI, CT, ultrasound, and X-ray. We are honored by your support and look forward to serving all your future medical needs.
All righty, we welcome you back. Bottom of the first inning for Pleasant Grove. Let's talk about their batting order tonight. Jace Elrod's going to lead things off. He's in center field. Jared Halter is at second base. He'll hit second. Spencer Browning's the shortstop batting third. Hunter Rose, the pitcher, will bat fourth. Buck Anderson, the catcher, hitting fifth. Third baseman Christian May will bat sixth. Landon West in right. Blue Rose in left. And Walker right at first base are the 7, 8, 9 hitters. First pitch on the way. That one misses. Tristan Howe is on the mound for the Leopards, the right-hander. Eli Jarvis at first. Ivan Banks is at second base. Maddox Moore at short. Britton Pipes is at third. And there's a foul tip, a ball and a strike now to leadoff man Jace Elrod. In the outfield, Will Tipton in left. Colin Evans in center. Arian Taylor is in right. Behind the plate, Gabe Jarvis. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch inside misses to the left-handed hitting Jace Elrod.
Yeah, outfield playing Elrod in a little bit. He does have some speed, so if that ball gets down.
Takes a hack and misses. And the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Elrod last year a .318 hitter. First team all-district out in the outfield. There's the 2-2 delivery. How goes fastball, swing and a miss as he threw it outside the zone. And that'll be out number 1 here in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, Hal looking good already. Faces first batter with a first strikeout of the season for him.
Now with a 6-0 record last season. Played a little second base. Played a little bit of shortstop. Played a little pitcher. This is a ground ball foul, a 2-hopper right to Coach Fincher. Third base side as Jared Halter steps in. Joe Perlman coaching at first for the Hawks. Of course, the rest of their coaching staff, David Kennedy and Wace Forga back in the fold. It's a called strike. No balls and 2 strikes. Forga spent several years there at PG and then kind of moved around and has come back. Quick pitch by Howe. That one misses. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Halter was the district defensive MVP last year. He's committed to Louisiana Monroe next year. The pitch misses. 2 balls and 2 strikes. I want a bender. Boy, that thing almost got Halter, but he, tell you what, almost hit Halter and almost came back for a strike.
Yeah, district game, I think Halter's probably leaning into that one.
It's a good-looking slider that time. Here's the 3-2 pitch. That one swung on foul, tip back to the screen. There's not a ton of foul room here at the new PG Hawk Field. Probably a little bit more maybe than they had over at the old park. Not close to what Liberty-Eilau's got of theirs. And this one is ball 4 as it scoots all the way to the backstop and bounces back onto the field. And there's your first base runner for the Hawks as Jared Halter gets a 1-out base on balls. That'll bring us Spencer Browning. Browning last year, .356, hit 5 home runs. Another first-team All-District, and another guy committed to the University of Arkansas. Here's the pitch. That one just inside. How's a fast worker? He does not take a lot of time with the baseball. Jarvis going to hold on the runner, Halter at first base, and Jared acting like he wants to go. That's a pitch on the corner. Outside edge for a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, Browning showing a little poise, waiting for his pitch.
Boy, Halter's getting a big lead. Howe has really not paid much attention to him at all, and Halter had a massive lead by the time he delivered that ball that missed outside. 2 balls and 1 strike now. Now a throw over by Howe. Just get the sense Halter is going to be off with this pitch. Oh, he got a long lead. Tell you what, he got lucky to get back. He was leaning the wrong way, and Howe had him dead to rights, maybe a little bit soft on the throw over, and let Halter dive back in. Hard hit ball. This is towards second. Zyvan Banks can't get to it. Runners are going to be at the corners on first and third on the single by Spencer Browning. Now, Halter had been feigning like he was going to steal almost every pitch in that at bat, and when Browning finally made contact, that was easy for Halter to wheel on in from first to third. So now with runners on the corners and 1 away, here's Hunter Rose coming up. Another left-handed batting Hawk. Rose .304 hitter last year.
Yeah, Hunter to get an RBI to get that run back.
There it is, straight to center field. Colin Evans will camp under it, but how about a sacrifice fly? And we got a tie ball game. Well, almost identical to the way the Leopards scored, the Hawks do basically the same thing. A walk, a single, sacrifice fly, and we're tied up at 1.
Yeah, Rose does what he needed to get that run back. And Spencer Browning does have some wheels, so you could look at him trying to take a base here as well.
So there's 2 away. Here's Buck Anderson, the catcher, coming up. Howe goes at him right away. Ground ball toward Pipes' third base. He'll make the throw across, and they're going to say the ball was foul. And it's strike 1 on Buck Anderson. On deck is Christian May. So each team with 1 run, each team with 1 hit. And the Hawks have 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. No balls, 1 strike to Anderson. Throw over as Rose wasn't nearly as far away as Jared Halter had been. Here's the pitch. Rose off and going. Throw down from Jarvis. 1 hopper on the money. And he is, got in there safe. Well, it looked like it was on time. But again, I think maybe the ball may have squirted away on the end of that. So,
and that's actually Browning on second base.
Oh, did I say Rose? Browning, yes, Browning who stole the base. Sorry about that. So another runner in scoring position for the Hawks now. It's one fouled back to the screen. And the count 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Buck Anderson.
Yeah, the good thing about this field, there's not as much apprehension when foul balls get hit behind us because it's not going to hit anybody's car.
That's true. A, the cars are quite a ways away. B, the net, I think, is a lot higher than it had been. And I'll tell you what, the fear in the past had always been you're going to get hit in the back of the head by a softball, but that's not going to happen either. This one right up along the screening, and Tristan Howe probably had a ball he should have grabbed right in front of his own team's dugout, but he was trying to navigate the screening and the dugout railing, and he let that drop, and it's going to be a free chance for Buck Anderson. And it's still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yeah, that was always the danger sitting over at the old Hawk Field. Softballs come flying with your back to the softball field. This should not be a problem. There's a good gap between the two here. Boy, a good breaker, and almost got Anderson. 2 balls, 2 strikes now.
Yeah, the seating area is mainly behind home plate here, so the fence of knowledge is standing no more.
That's right. Here comes the pitch, swing and a miss. Anderson goes down on strikes, and that'll end the inning. But the Hawks tie it up, 1 run, 1 hit. They'll leave a man on base. We are going to take a 30-second break. We'll come right back. Top of the second coming up next here on 107.1 and Texarkana Game Day. Welcome back. We'll go to the top of the second inning. Chuck, Zach, Jay Davis, Zach Doty with you. Coming at you live from, for the very first time ever, Pleasant Grove's brand new baseball complex. Softball will be out here playing, I believe next week they've got a home game to the Lady Hawks. But this evening, this week, it's all the guys as they get to break in the baseball complex for the very first time. This was a 3-year project in the works. Took a bond issue back in 2022, and 3 years to go from the voters approving to us being able to show up here and play on this beautiful turf field.
Well, one of the things we're going to miss is the work of the coaches and players getting the infield raked before the game starts and the chalk put down.
You think they're going to miss that?
No, they're not. They're not. Nor are they going to miss the mowing and in the spring,
right,
in the summer. But Pleasant Grove definitely has a facility to be extremely proud of.
Well, they're the first one in town now with a turf field. The thought is probably Texas I may be next behind to try to get their field turf. They've been trying that for a while. Now here we go. Top of the second inning, and stepping in to lead things off, Arian Taylor. Right fielder for the Leopards. He'll be followed in the lineup by Gabe Jarvis and Cade McLeod. He swings at the second pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike now. Hunter Rose on the mound for a second inning here for the Hawks. That one just off the plate wide. 2 balls and 1 strike. Arian Taylor had a great football year last year for the Leopards. It's kind of a courtesy runner a lot in baseball, but he's got a chance now to make some noise on the baseball field as he looks at strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes, and he'll go down on strikes to open up this second inning.
Yeah, that particular at-bat, Rose did not miss any of his spots. Buck Anderson not having to move that glove much at all to help frame it up for a strikeout there.
All right, with 1 away, Gabe Jarvis up now. Catcher for the Leopards as he hits one right off the hand, and literally it looked like off the right hand of the left-handed hitter as he's shaking off the... It's cold and got hit by a pitch right in there on the knuckles. No balls and 1 strike. Pitch from Hunter Rose, a little high and outside. 1-1 to count.
Yeah, weather like this, you don't want to take the ball off the end of the bat either.
Here's the 1-1, went off speed and got that one in there for a called strike. Again, Rose, who started a little slow, has locked in now. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And when he's like this, he's almost unhittable. Misses that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Some question about where will Rose play when he goes to college. Will he be a outfielder or will he be a pitcher? Riley Fincher told me he'll be on the mound. Jarvis tried to lean into one and didn't get the call, didn't get hit, and it's 3 balls and 2 strikes now. Here's the 3-2. That one fouled, third base side. We'll do that again. Haven't been many foul balls so far.
No, and Jarvis doing what he can to at least try to get that pitch count up. Fends that one off.
Got 3 balls and 2 strikes, 1 away. Top of the second, was off speed, and again, just got a piece of it to stay alive. Rose went off speed, and Jarvis had to try to hitch on that to not go down on strikes, locking in on fastball. Here's a 3-2 again, and he misses ball 4. I'm going to ask for an appeal, and he said, nope. It was, well, hang on now. Okay, they threw down. The umpire said out, but the third base umpire said no, he didn't swing, and so it's ball 4. So we had 2 umpires with 2 different conflicting messages. But the result still is Jarvis down to first base. And it looks like we're going to get a runner. Stepping in, Cade McLeod. McLeod's going to be the DH today, hitting for Zyvan Banks, the second baseman. Oh, they got the runner picked off, and then the ball gets away. It was Trip Basinger who was the runner down there. Basinger's going to – no, it's not. He was number 2 on the roster that we got. You got somebody else. I think Zach Doty's got a different number.
I have Tyson Blaylock.
Tyson Blaylock, okay. So it's Blaylock who was the runner, and he'll go down to second base on the error on the throw.
Yeah, Rose had quite a few of those type of pickoffs last year, and I expect to see that to continue this year, but just not able to hit the glove of the first baseman there.
They had him picked off, and just the throw got away. Grounder toward first. That one's off the body of the first baseman, Walker Wright. He'll go get it and step on the bag, but it'll allow Blaylock to go down to third base. And with 2 away, the number 9 hitter, Will Tipton, comes in. So a strikeout, a walk, an error on the pickoff, and a ground out. And that's got Tyson Blaylock at third base, and Will Tipton coming in. Tipton hitting from the right side. Shows bunt and gets a piece of it, but foul for strike number 1.
Yeah, I didn't see Blaylock coming off the base very hard on that one.
And this one bunted up in the air. 1 hopper. Rose going to go get it. He'll make the throw across, and that'll do it for the 3rd out of the inning. It was a pretty good bunt. If there had been 1 out or no out, that would have worked fine. But with 2 outs, the inning's going to end on the bunt back to the pitcher. So no runs. There were no hits, 1 error, and 1 man left on. We'll take a quick timeout. We're coming back here in 45 seconds. No, it won't be that. It'll either be 30 or 60. We'll come back in 60 seconds here on News Talk 107.1 and Texarkana Game Day.
Start your day with seamless transactions.
Add your State Bank card to your device's digital wallet and enjoy the convenience of tap-and-go payments. Easy, secure, and thankfully at your fingertips. Simplify your day with State Bank's digital wallet.
Your family, your bank, State Bank.
Pursue and achieve the highest levels of performance. As we say at Liberty-Eylau, leopard pride never dies.
We return to Liberty-Eylau Leopards baseball on 107.1 KTFF.
All right, welcome back. Bottom of the second inning, 1-1 ball game. Chuck Zach, Jay Davis coming at you this evening as we kick off the 2025 season finally. Felt like it'd been forever since we were back on the baseball field.
Well, all of the teams that I root for in the NFL got out early, so it's been a long time since I've been able to root for anybody, so I'm glad to be here.
First pitch in this second inning, skied by Christian May, out of play down the third base line for strike number 1. It'll be May, Landon West, and Blue Rose batting for the Hawks here in the second inning. Of course, Liberty-Eylau, we mentioned, is favorite to win their district. They're in a district now in 14-3A, Atlanta, DeKalb, Hooks, New Boston, Queen City, and Redwater, with some familiar faces coaching. Someone fouled off. Of course, Craig Jones, who had been the coach at Pleasant Grove for years and the third base coach for Liberty-Eylau the last couple of years, is now the head man at Hooks. And Cody Engstrom, who had coached at Liberty-Eylau for many years, is in his second year as the head coach at Redwater. So it's old home week in 14-3A. Pitch misses outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, I don't think either one of them are going to be looking forward to the Liberty-Eylau matchups this year.
No, probably not this year. Swing and a miss, and that'll be the first out as Christian May goes down on strikes. Third strikeout for starting pitcher Tristan Howe. 1 away. Of course, the Hawks are in 14-4A. Familiar district for them. Only change is no Liberty-Eylau. Paris, North Lamar, Pittsburgh, Sulphur Springs, and Pleasant Grove. And for PG, they don't know which division they're going to go to play in the postseason this year because they're right in the middle. They're the third largest of the 5. And pitch missed for a ball 1 to Landon West. The Leopards know if they get in the playoffs, they're Division 1. They're the biggest school by far in their district. The Hawks sit right in the middle. 1 ball, 1 strike now to West. The 1-1, a little bit up, 2 balls and 1 strike.
Yeah, the way that the playoffs are lining up for Pleasant Grove, it's definitely not the first time that UIL's made me go,
This one fouled out of play. Not a fan of splitting the baseball regions, districts, like they have done in football. I get football. There's lots of guys and lots of teams and all that thing. But in the other sports, if you were the district champ, if you were the state champ, you were the state champ. Now you're going to be the division champ, and it's kind of got a little bit of a different feel to it. And ball fouled out by West. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the delivery, fastball, little up. Well, Leopard fans thought they had it. 3-2 the count now.
Yeah, Liberty-Eylau definitely giving up left center.
And here's the pitch. Whoa, it just misses outside. That is walk number 2 now for Tristan Howes. Landon West with 1 out trots down to first base. And here comes Blue Rose. Rose, freshman that's getting some action here on the opening day of the season. Left-hander in left field. He'll face the senior Tristan Howe. First pitch, fastball called strike. Not a whole lot of 9th graders get a chance to play, but I tell you what, the last couple of years, PG has been so lucky. Here's one hit in the air to center field. Colin Evans drifting over. He'll make the grab for the second out. That group of juniors that the Hawks have with Hunter Rose and Spencer Browning and a couple others, Jace Elrod, Walker Wright, all of them got to play as freshmen 2 years ago. Now they're all juniors, and they're getting into the heart of the expectations for how good this class is going to be.
Well, and just the experience that they've been able to gain and the more games they have under their belt definitely is going to give them something to go after, once that adversity hits late in the season.
Walker Wright coming in now. First pitch to him misses outside. Number 9 hitter for the Hawks. 1-1 ball game. We're playing in the bottom of the second. Each team with a run in the first. Throw over to first base. And getting back in there is Landon West. Fastball grounded towards short. Moore's got it. Will touch the bag himself, and that will end the inning. No runs for the Hawks. They get no runs, no hits. There was one man left on base. We'll take a timeout. We're tied up at 1. 30-second break. Coming right back here on 107.1 and on Texarkana Game Day.
Yay! We're so excited you decided to become a member.
Thanks, I didn't think it would be this easy.
I know. We've opened up memberships so even more people can take advantage of our amazing services.
Are you gonna clean this up?
Become a new member. Experience the credit union difference anytime, anywhere.
No, seriously, are you gonna clean this up?
Do you RRCU?
All righty, welcome back. Top of the third inning. You want to talk about an even game. We're at 1-1 here in the third. Each team with a run in the first inning. Each pitcher has struck out 3. Each pitcher has walked 2. It's about as even as you're going to get. The Leopards have picked up 1 hit. The Hawks have picked up 1 hit. There's been 1 error in the game. That's the only difference statistically, as both teams have left 2 runners on base.
Yeah, I think anybody coming into this game figured that this would be a well-matched game tonight with both of these squads. And just alluding back to them knowing each other. The coaches know each other for sure. The players know each other for sure. So it's definitely going to take some execution to be able to pull out whoever wins tonight.
All right, back to the top of the order is Tristan Howell, who singled to open up the game and scored. Fouls the first pitch into the screen, and it's no balls and 1 strike. The Leopards last year won just 1 of the 3 games, a 3-2 ball game. This one ground ball back to Rose, goes up and gets it, and makes the throw over to first for the out. 1 away here in the third. Hawks won 3-2 in 8 innings. Leopards won 3-2 at their place, and then they ended up playing the third and deciding game on a district championship in Atlanta, where the Hawks early and often bombed out of Rabbit Field and took a 10-0 win to give them the district championship. As in steps Eli Jarvis. He walked in the first. He looks at first pitch down in the dirt for ball 1. Year before, 8-3, 14-1, and 2-0 PG. 5 of the last 6 Hawks have won. That's a good pitch. Kind of dropped the arm angle a little bit and threw that one in for a strike on Jarvis. It's a ball and a strike now on the Leopards' first baseman. That one came in and got him on the knee, and he'll go down to first base with the first hit batter of the game. Britton Pipes comes up. Colin Evans heads to the on-deck circle.
Number 13, third baseman, Britton Pipes.
We had a contingent of 5 dignitaries throwing out the first pitch tonight, including Superintendent Mr. Chad Pirtle. Throw over to first. For the attempt to keep over Eli Jarvis close to first.
Yeah, discuss with one of the trustees before the game to please don't bounce it across the plate.
Oh, they all did great. That one came riding in on Britton Pipes, almost hit him. 1 ball, no strike to the Leopard third baseman. 1-1 game. We're playing in the top of the third, 1 out. And a runner on first for Liberty-Eylau. Move over to first. Yeah, thought so. First base umpire said balk by Hunter Rose. That got Riley Fincher out. Eli Jarvis is going to go down to second base as Fincher makes the walk. He may go right past Hunter. Let's see. Yep, walked right by him. He wasn't talking to his pitcher. He's talking to the first base umpire. This is tough with a left-handed pitcher. That first base umpire is the one that's got to make that decision. Did he begin striding toward home plate at all? Or did he step toward first base instead? Of course, the umpire down there said he was heading toward home plate first.
Of course, this is what you get when you have a four-man crew.
That's right. You're right. That's exactly it. All right, so Pipes now with a 1-0 count. Runner at second base. That's in there for a strike. Britton struck out first time up today. Well, Leopards kind of like or Hawks rather, kind of like the Leopards, really sliding their center field over to right center. They're given a massive gap in left center field. If Pipes can pull one in the gap, we're going to have a 2-1 game easily. Pitch down low. 2 balls and 1 strike. Of course, that's part of the pitching strategy with what they've scouted on Pipes. They want to try to pitch him away and make him go in the other direction with it. And he tries to lift one, mad at himself. He had a pitch to handle and fouled it back to the screen. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. On deck, Colin Evans. One out here in the third. Leopards and Hawks tied at a run apiece. And the pitch, another one fouled to the screen. Count stays 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, Rose is sort of in this position one of the early innings. I just wonder if maybe he doesn't come in with that little off-speed pitch that he has.
I kind of wonder how many innings are going to let the starters go tonight. It's a little cool out. Goes off speed, misses high and away. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Of course, you're getting into the part of the lineup if you're Rose. You got Evans, the left-hander, and granted, he had a sac fly. He overmatched Moore the first time up. So you're getting down if you're Rose. You want to be a little more careful, probably with Pipes. Ground ball right back to Rose. He's going to have only a play at first base. They'll retire Pipes, and they'll drive Jarvis back to the bag. Second ground out to the pitcher in this inning. And here's Colin Evans with a runner at second and 2 away. Maddox Moore to the on-deck circle for Liberty-Eylau. This park is pretty much filled up today. The opening game, it was a little slow getting here, but a 6 o'clock start time. Folks were just getting off work, and I'm going to go home and bundle up to get out here. Here's the pitch to Evans, swing and a miss, fastball. He had a sac fly back in the first that drove in the only run of the game for the Leopards. No balls and 1 strike, 2 away. And the pitch outside, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, I caught myself staring at the LED lights that we have in the outfield, and should Pleasant Grove make some noise here tonight, they can put on a little show.
Oh, can they? Got fireworks and everything out there?
Well,
there's
different colors and,
right.
Things like that.
It's like Mardi Gras out there. Is that what you're telling me?
Not quite like Mardi Gras, but the high school level Mardi Gras, I would say yes.
Gotcha. 2 balls and 1 strike. Oh, nice one on the outside part of the play. Good pitch by Rose. Kind of froze Evans, and we're even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. This one off the handle, and that one loops foul third base side. Evans shaking his hand. We saw a Leopard earlier have the same issue. You do not want balls in on the hands. It is not that kind of night. Zach Fowler taking a walk over and checking on his center fielder. Both these teams pretty deep in pitching coming into this year.
Both Rose and Howe are not afraid to take advantage of the inside of the plate.
Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss, came inside, then went outside with a fastball. Strikeout number 4 for Hunter Rose, and that'll end the inning. No runs, there were no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on. Leopards have left 3 on through 3 innings. We're going to take a quick break. 1 minute. We'll come right back here on News Talk 107.1 and Texarkana Game Day, or tied at 1.
My name is Doug Willett. I own M&M Tire and Auto Center. We've been here for over 40 years. We're just a mom and pop place. We service any type of vehicle that you can think of. We do front end alignments. We've got the best front end alignment machine guys here. And we also do AC work for the new Freon, which is the 1234 FY. We do that too. Plus tires. Now that's the major thing. Cooper Tire employees, we're really special with them. We give you 15% off, plus also you get your Goodyear employee refunds back on your tires, which is great for you. Extra value is what you get when you buy from Doug Willett. Don't worry, my guys will take care of you too.
All righty, welcome back. Bottom of the 3rd inning, Chuck Zach, Jake Davis coming at you live from the very nice and warm press box. I was all decked out. You and I both had layered up today, expecting to be out in the cold, and instead it's getting a little bit heaty in here.
Yeah, I had a T-shirt, two long-sleeve shirts, and a pullover.
Yeah.
And a toboggan ready to go.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
That's right. the voice of Zach Doty, responsible for getting us inside instead of being locked out like, unloved dogs. All right, we go to the 3rd. Tristan Howe facing the top of the order for the Hawks. Starts out Jace Elrod with a strike and then a foul ball out of play. It's no balls and 2 strikes. Elrod struck out his first time up. 1-1 ball game. Kind of what you would expect with these two. Fastball misses. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Leopards lost very little to graduation as far as players. A lot of quality. W.T. Jones and Cam Gamble.
Hagen Power as well.
And Hagen Power. Yeah, that's true. Leopards. About 18 wins from the pitching staff for Jones and Gamble last year. That's the big loss. And, of course, W.T. was one of the certainly leaders of that team. He had been since he'd gotten on the roster. This one looped into right field and dropped by the right fielder. It was in and out of the glove of left fielder Will Tipton, who commits the Leopards' first error of the game.
Yeah, that ball was tailing away from him just a little bit and just not able to squeeze the glove. And so the Hawks have a runner on first. And I believe that's the 3rd inning in a row or the first. No, because Jace.
Actually, it's the 1st inning that the Hawks have had a leadoff man on.
Okay.
May struck out and Elrod struck out the first 2 times. This one ground ball back to Howe. Got it on a hop. He's going to play it to first base. May have had a chance to go second to first for the double play, but played it more conservatively, get the guaranteed out. And there's one away here in the 3rd as Elrod goes to second base.
Well, the one thing I think that I'm noticing is the balls are not coming off hot of the turf. And so it seems to me, of course, it's to go back to last year.
Right.
But it just seems that those balls are not coming off hot like the players are expecting.
Ground ball toward Moore. They're going to go get the lead man instead. And on the run back, they're trying to get Elrod in a rundown. He's tagged out trying to go back to second base. Moore was smart. The runner hadn't crossed him yet. and threw to third base to Pipes. They got Elrod in a rundown, and Zyvan Banks puts the tag on him at second base to eliminate the lead runner, and now there's 2 away. So with 2 out, back to first base, and now Hunter Rose, who had a sacrifice fly, and the Hawks' only RBI so far, steps in, and he's going to launch one high in the air. This is shallow right, coming in a long way. But tell you what, Aaron Taylor made a long run in a ball that Zyvan Banks could have probably taken about 4 steps backward and caught without any issue. Instead, it's a highlight play for Arian Taylor, and that'll end the inning. No runs, there was an error, and 1 man left on base. We'll go to the top of the 4th inning when we return back in 30 seconds here on News Talk 107.1 and Texarkana Game Day.
Texline Card House, where the stakes are high and the cards are hotter than ever. Here at Texline Card House, we deal in excitement, strategy, and unforgettable moments. Whether you're a seasoned pro or a first-timer, our tables cater to every level of skill and ambition. Join the poker revolution where every hand can be your winning hand. Get in on the action. Come see us at pokeratlas.com for all of our updates and experience the game like never before. Texline Card House is the best little poker house in Texas.
We are back. We'll start the 4th inning. Liberty-Eilau's got Maddox Moore, Arian Taylor, and Gabe Jarvis set to face Hunter Rose. Rose so far with 4 strikeouts. He's walked 2 and hit 1. Of course, Jay Davis. The Hawks the last couple of years got eliminated by the Salina Bobcats. They may not have to deal with Salina in the postseason this year, depending on if PG finishes small school instead of big school in the final standings.
I'm always the type that to be the best, you have to beat the best. So
you want them?
I want them.
Okay.
Division 1 looks stacked this year. I mean, having Spring Hill would go 4A Division 2.
2, yeah.
But Cal Allen would fall in there somewhere. They've returned a lot after they faced off against Liberty-Eylau in the state championship last year.
Right.
They're probably going to be a really tough test in 4A.
So it'll be a weird region with Spring Hill back in 4A in Region 2 instead of Region 3 where they've been in the past. Makes it a little bit of a challenge. 2 balls, no strikes now to Maddox Moore. Moore struck out his first time up. This time a little topping grounder toward third. 1 hopper by May. Throw across in time. And there's the first out of the 4th inning. On the other side for the Leopards, the class of 3A the last few years, at least in this region, had been Gunter and Boyd. Questions for them are going to be, will they be big or small school? Looking at Boyd, they are about the 4th largest school. So they've got a chance. They're kind of like in PG. Could go one way, could go the other. Gunter is same deal. They're the 3rd largest in their district. So Leopards could see them both or could avoid them both. Pitch outside. It's 1 ball, 1 strike to Arian Taylor, who struck out opening up the 2nd inning. Swing and a miss, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Taylor was strikeout home run kind of guy last year. Shocked people with his power as a freshman. This one a ground ball. It's a slow roller toward first, scooped up by Walker Wright, and he'll underhand it to Hunter Rose covering the bag for out number 2. Gabe Jarvis up next. Catcher, number 7 hitter. Walked and got stranded at third base back in the 3rd inning, or 2nd inning, excuse me. 1-1 ball game, each team with 1 hit. Almost nipped Gabe Jarvis. His brother Eli got hit with a pitch in the 3rd inning. Fastball, that's a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Leopards with his back-to-back trips down to Austin. I looked this up yesterday, have played 26 playoff games the past 2 seasons. That one's in there for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jarvis.
It's a lot of innings.
Ooh, just missing outside. Rose thought he had him. He set Buck Anderson up out there and just was a little off the plate to the lefty Jarvis. So it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ground ball, top towards second base. Halter quickly with it, and they'll get by just an eyelash. Gabe Jarvis really came flying down the line. But it's a 1-2-3 inning for the first time today for Hunter Rose. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. Still a 1-1 ball game back in 60 seconds here on News Talk 107 and Texarkana Game Day.
Tired of the annual hassle of hanging holiday lights? Or the recurring cost of paying someone else to do it? Forget those struggles and invest in the convenience and year-round beauty of Gemstone Lights. Permanent architectural and holiday lighting that you control. With Gemstone Lights, access over 1,000 pre-built patterns for festivities throughout the year. Easily alter them through our user-friendly app. When not in season, Gemstone Lights serve as stunning permanent architectural lighting, bringing a continual majestic touch to your home. Experience the magic of Gemstone Lights today. Available through Livewire Electrical Services, Texarkana's authorized Gemstone Lights dealer.
All right, welcome back. Looks like we've got somebody warming up for the Hawks down in their bullpen. Part of the beauty of this this setup at this new field, you can see the guys in the bullpen. You don't have to look outside the field and see if they're out there warming up. They actually are warming up down for the Hawks, down the left field side. For the Leopards, it would be the right field side, but they're in full view of everybody watching. So looks like the Hawks have a right-hander warming up. Tristan Howe about to come up for the 4th. He'll face Buck Anderson, Christian May, and Landon West for Pleasant Grove. Anderson with a strikeout to end the 1st as he'll lead off the 4th and lifts one foul out of play.
Yeah, I think there's a lot to say when a hitter has the 3rd opportunity to see a pitcher's arm.
Swing and a miss. Boy, Howe with a good fastball that time. Best heater he's brought. And it counts quickly 0-2 to Anderson. Anderson hitting in the number 5 spot for this Hawk team this year. Fastball up high. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Anderson definitely has the power to make this a 2-1 game.
Missing 2 and 2. Talk about the graduates for Liberty-Eylau, of course, Brenton Clark, who was Mr. Everything, graduates and heads to Arkansas, where you expect him to make noise this year. 2-2 pitch, swung on, this one slicing foul first base side. There's Brenton Clark. We talk about the 3-2 game that Pleasant Grove beat Liberty-Eylau in 8 innings. That was Clark that was instrumental in that win. And the count 3-2 now is Howe misses outside with a slider. So after having Anderson in the hole 0-2, Bucks fought his way to a full count. Howe comes back at him. Another one fouled out of play. And the 3-2 again. Boy, just a little up for ball number 4. Leadoff man now for a second time for Pleasant Grove. And Zach Fowler wants to know, where was that pitch? And he's giving home plate an earful as he walks out to see Tristan Howe and takes the ball from him. He's pretty hot about that. So we're going to have a pitching change. Looks like Britton Pipes is coming onto the mound. They'll make some adjustments in the infield. And the Leopards going to warm up their second pitcher. So no win in the offing for Tristan Howe today. He can get a loss or a no decision depending on what happens with the runner at first base.
Yeah, I think we'll have the luxury of being able to go back and watch that pitch a little bit later as we re-watch this game. But I do think that at least Coach Fowler should have had the conversation with the umpire about that pitch.
Oh, he had it. He had that conversation. It was a one-sided conversation, but he had it. All right, so we're going to get some defensive adjustments as Howe changes gloves. Pipes keeps warming up now. The book on Tristan Howe gave up 1 run, 1 hit, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, and again, he is responsible for the runner at first base. Looks like Zyvan Banks is going to make the move from second base to third base. Howe's going to go to, let's see where they're going to put him. They're going to put him at second where he normally played, or is he going to go to short? He's going to go to short. Yeah,
he's him at short, but Maddox at second.
Yeah, which Maddox played a lot of second last year, but so did Howe. So it looks like we've got him set where they want him now. Zyvan over to third, Tristan to short, Maddox to second. And in steps Christian May. And Britton Pipes, the right-hander, will be on the mound. Pipes 3-0 last year with a 1.9 earned run average. This one swung on, jammed. It'll be a one-hopper. Howe going to make the throw across to first base for the out. But the runner Anderson's going to move up to second. And with 1 away, here's Landon West. West walked back in the second. Playing in the bottom of the fourth, 1-1 ball game. Both teams with a run in the first, and it's been goose eggs ever since. A real pitchers matchup between Howe and Rose, and now we're going to add a new component in there with Britton Pipes. And stepping out a little bit too long for the liking for Landon West. Blue Rose is the on-deck hitter now. Leopards pretty much straight away on Landon West. Pitch missing outside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes.
Arian Taylor playing West in a little bit more than the left fielder.
Of course, this is deceptive. This park is so much bigger, I think, than we're used to seeing around here. It's hard to tell if Taylor's really in. Swing and a miss on the fastball by West. Riley Fincher said the first day that came out here and swung the bats, the ball didn't act like it was going to move out of here at all. He said the second day we came out, we had a little wind behind us. He said the ball actually looked like it took off pretty well. So wind is going to be a big determining factor about home runs here. Of course, there's a bunch of trees behind the fence, which will save wind from blowing in a lot. That one bounces in. 3 balls, 1 strike. They're throwing behind Anderson, but he's back at second base safely. The 3-1's the count. Bottom of the fourth. Here's the pitch. That one's a good one. 3-2. Well, West, for a second, I think, thought he got walked. He started to toss that bat, and home plate umpire went, no. 3-2.
And Coach Fowler probably said, I think that was the same pitch.
Yeah, right. Swung on. This one just fouled back. And it stays 3 balls and 2 strikes. Tristan Howe's got the, looks like the hoodie pulled up under his cap, keep his ears warm. He'll set up in behind Anderson. Pipes comes to the plate. That one, got him on the inside corner for a second time. West thought I'd been walked, and instead home plate umpire rings him up. So Britton Pipes gets the strikeout. And now there's 2 away for Blue Rose. Rose flew out to center his first time up. Ground ball, first pitch towards Moore. He's got it, throw to first in time, and they work their way out of it. So a leadoff walk causes no damage as Britton Pipes comes in, shuts the door, no runs, no hits, no errors, man left on. Top of the 5th coming up, still 1-1 ball game. We'll take a minute break. You're on News Talk 107.1 and Texarkana Game Day.
Diamond Bank walks with its customers through every step of life, side by side. From the first checking account in high school to the first home or business loan, Diamond Bank is committed to helping you with all of your financial needs. Diamond Bank's growth is the result of the growth of our customers, and we want to help you feel that same growth. We are proud to have the ability to give back to our local school districts, community organizations, veterans, customers, and more in a multitude of ways. Come discover the Diamond Bank difference with local people making local decisions for our local community. Stop by our current location in Texarkana at 5714 Richmond Road or visit us online at www.diamond.bank to see our products and services. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
We welcome you back. We go to the 5th, 1-1 ball game. Tell you what, Jay Davis, you expected these two teams to be very good this year, even with the very first game of the year. They're giving no quarter.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a game of chess between both of these teams, and we've seen a couple of errors, but I mean that could be the tale of the night as we get into these last few innings.
Well, I think if you're both these fan bases, you got to be happy about the pitching you've seen. You know you got to have great pitching if you're going to go deep into the postseason. And so far, both Tristan Howe and now Hunter Rose have thrown some outstanding innings worth of work. Rose back in here for the start of the 5th as he'll face Cade McLeod, Will Tipton, and then back to the top of the order. Of course, Riley Fincher had a righty warming up in between the last innings. 2 balls, no strikes now to McLeod as Rose misses outside. Cade grounded out to first base his first time up. That one a little bit low, 3 balls and no strikes. Rose kind of like Howe, fast worker. Left-hander gets it and throws it. He does not wait around. That one plunked McLeod right in the small of the back. And the leadoff man gets on for the Leopards here in the 5th. Second hit batter for Hunter Rose. And Riley Fincher's come out of the dugout. He's just adjusting players at the moment. Probably the leash on Rose may come down to this batter. Looks like runner time.
They'll put Zyvan in for Cade McLeod as he is the designated hitter for Zyvan. So
Zyvan Banks, who started at second, moved over to third. This is his spot in the lineup where Cade's been the DH, and so Banks will come in and run.
And Rose does have the good move to first base, so Banks definitely will have to have his eyes on Rose.
And, of course, a little bit of this goes on the first base coach, John Stilson, who's actually coaching his first game as a Leopard. Oh, great bunt by Tipton, third base side. It's going to be bang, bang, and barely got Tipton. Nice play by Christian May, charging in and making a great throw to first. It's a wonderful bunt by Hunter Tipton, who put down the sacrifice bunt, moves McLeod / Zyvan Banks to second base.
Yeah, great bunt there, and even a better play there by May, being able to get the runner out at first base.
Back to the top of the order now. Howe singled and grounded out. Banks with great wheels at second base. See if the Leopards are going to lay one down again. First base, Walker Wright's in. And got his toes on the green. You can't say the dirt and the grass because it's all turf, but he's on the green part anyway. Now decides, no, I'm going to back off. And goes way back behind the bag. Here's the pitch. Swung on, foul out of play by Howe. And again, Hawk center field shading him toward right, even though he's a right-handed hitter. They really cut the gap between the right fielder and center and open up the gap between left and center. No balls, one strike. Fouled it out again. Both of them first base side, not a play. And the count's no balls and two strikes.
Yeah, Rose just really not giving him any chance to be able to turn on it.
This is a great matchup. They're going to play each other again over at Markham Park in Liberty-Eylau later on this year. The Hawks were ultra cool on allowing the Leopards to be the first opponent to get a chance to play here. Had they still been in district, this matchup wouldn't have happened tonight. Here's the 0-2. This one in play. It'll send right fielder over a couple of steps, but not much there. Throw will hold Zyvan Banks as Landon West shows off the gun. And there's two away on the fly out to middle right field for out number 2. And here's Eli Jarvis. Jarvis has walked and been hit by a pitch. And Riley Fincher taking the walk out. Let's see, told his catcher to stay. And we're going to have a change. With the left-handed batter coming up, you thought Rose may have gotten one more guy maybe to see. Let's see if they're going to make the change or not. He brought the whole infield in, so we'll see. Maybe he's not going to make a pitching change with it. The only guy he didn't bring to this meeting was Buck Anderson. So this is all about the defensive thing, not pitches and catching. He's going to leave Rose out there. I thought for a minute like maybe that'd be all for Hunter, but with a lefty coming up, didn't make a whole lot of sense. He's got two lefties in a row, in fact, with Jarvis and Evans both coming up. Excuse me, he's got Jarvis, then Pipes, then Evans. So two of the next three hitters would be lefties. Right now he's got to deal with Eli Jarvis. So 2 outs, runner at second base. 1-1 game, top of the 5th. This game moving along very quickly. Been a pitcher's duel. We're at not quite 10 minutes after 7. We played an hour and 10 minutes, and we're in the 5th now. Here's the pitch. High and outside, ball 1. Ninth season for Zach Fowler as the head coach. Of course, guy in the dugout with him is Dad Rick. Breaking ball inside. Ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes. Yep, 2-0, and Fincher making a second walk out there, and that's all. Time for a change. He points out to center field. That's where Jace Elrod was hanging out, so we're going to see what changes are going to be made. Rose is probably heading out to center, and we got a new pitcher coming in.
It'll be Spencer Browning. So Hunter will go out to center. Spencer will come over to the mound. I believe Jarrett now will take over at short. Jace will go over to second. Got to watch these guys a couple times in scrimmages, and got a good understanding of how they'll do it.
But the question is, who's on first?
Walker, right?
Okay. No, who's on first?
What's on second?
That's right. All right, so we will keep the book open on Hunter Rose at least for a minute, since he's responsible for the runner at second base. Rose ended up going 4 2/3 innings. He, at the moment, has given up 1 run. gave up just one hit. He started off with some strikeouts. Had 4 in the first 3 innings. Hasn't struck anybody out since. Hit 2 batters. And let's see, walked 1, 2, walked 2. And so coming in the pitch, Spencer Browning. Now, Browning last year, I don't know that he threw much last year. This is kind of a new role for Spencer. He was third base a lot last year with the graduations and moving around. He's moved to shortstop and now getting a chance on the mound. He'll pitch from the right side, so the Leopard at the bat, Eli Jarvis, a left-hander, he's already got a 2-0 count to work with, and the right-hander's got to come in and throw some strikes to him.
And so Spencer did get some appearances, I believe, in that, especially that last matchup against Liberty-Eylau in Atlanta. So I believe the Leopards have seen him a little bit. He pitched some against Salina in the playoffs, and he did a few things here and there.
I think we got to change gloves. Riley Fincher has been relegated to glove delivery boy. It's his 3rd trip out to the mound. That one doesn't count as an actual trip, but apparently Spencer didn't get rid of his shortstop glove. All right, so just to reset things for you, Hunter Rose goes to center field. Jace Elrod comes in. He is moving to second base. Jared Halter is going to shortstop. Spencer Browning is now on the mound. The count's 2 balls and no strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 5th, 1-1 game. Leopards with Zyvan Banks at second base. Swung on, ground ball, 1-hopper to Halter's going to have to make the throw. Boy, he's got a gun. Unloads to first base and throws out Jarvis, and that'll end the inning. 1 pitch, and Browning gets out of the inning. And we'll head to the bottom of the 5th. No runs in that one, no hits, and 1 man left on base. We'll take a 60-second break. We're coming right back. News Talk 107.1 and Texarkana Game Day.
Hi, I'm Brooklyn Stevens, General Manager and Marketing Director for Local Habit Coffee Company. Local Habit exists to spark a revival of local communities and the beauty they inherently possess by bringing people together over exceptional third-wave coffee. We then want them to take the joy and good vibes they get from us out into their local town and go make something good happen.
One of our top priorities is providing exceptional customer service. We want to make sure our customers left better than when they came in. Our customers should walk away thinking about how incredible their coffee was, how nice and genuine their barista was, and how inviting and comforting our space is.
Come by today and enjoy a hot cup of coffee with us.
All righty, welcome back. Bottom of the 5th inning, 1-1 ball game. Chuck Zach, Jay Davis, Zach Doty, kind of hanging out with you today. We're breaking in the new Pleasant Grove Hawk Field. We're opening up the 2025 season. We got Leopards and Hawks playing baseball together. Everybody outside, bundled up. So temperature's getting down there, 45 degrees. In here, we're a little warm. The first pitch, right off the mug of leadoff man Walker Wright, who gets hit in the helmet by Britton Pipes. That's the first Leopard to, first Hawk to be hit by a pitch by a Leopard pitcher. And the leadoff man on for a 3rd straight inning now for Pleasant Grove.
I flinched thinking it was in the ear hole.
Yeah. So back to the top of the order. Elrod up now. He's 0 for 2, strikeout and reached on an error. And here's the pitch. Fastball in on the hands for a called strike. Each team with a run, each team with a hit, each team with an error. Each team onto their second pitcher. Bunt put down. That one's going to be fielded by Pipes. And, whoa, way off the mark with a throw. He reached down to grab it barehanded and missed the first time. And when he missed, he had to really rush the throw and pulled Jarvis off the bag at first base, and runners are safe at first and second. They're going to call an error on the pitcher on that. And so Elrod, who's on base for the second time tonight, has an 0 for 3 going. Errors got him twice. And here comes Zach Fowler out. We're here in the bottom of the 5th, and there's not much margin for error. And unfortunately for Britton Pipes, error is the thing that just got him.
And I think that's going to be the big reason why they have Jace at the top of the lineup, is to utilize his base running abilities and his speed with Jared and Spencer right behind him. Two guys that can definitely put it in play and allow him to get some extra bases.
Number 2 hitter is Halter. Halter with a walk and a ground out. So the entire infield met with Zach Fowler. Hawks go back to first and second base. Nobody out in this inning.
And one of the things that we did see a lot last year is Pleasant Grove scoring runs in bunches, and we're sitting here with 0 outs with 2 runners on.
Yep. Leopards need a double play ball. Hawks would love to put one in the gap and let them run for days. Came in on him. Ooh. That thing came riding in on Halter. Almost got him up in the face. He turned to bunt, and that was the problem. He got his face exposed to the pitcher, and that ball came up on him. He did not go down, and he's acting like he's fine, just taking off his gloves. It may have gotten part of the batting helmet, but that was a very dangerous inside pitch by Britton Pipes, and now the bases are loaded. Nobody out in the inning, and Spencer Browning up. And Pipes has hit 2 batters and had an error on a play that he reached down and couldn't pick up the ball clean. So this is kind of all of his own doing. He's got all these runners on. Now he's got to work out of it. Spencer Browning stepping in. Leopards will be in at the corners. Double play depth in the middle of the infield. They'll give up a run and get 2 outs if they can get that. First pitch, misses low and away, ball 1.
Yeah, this is definitely the batter that Pleasant Grove would want up in this particular position with Spencer Browning with the bat in his hand.
Hunter Rose is on deck. Ground ball, wide to the first baseman. That's going to get in for a hit. 1 run scores. Second one coming around. 3-1 Pleasant Grove lead on a 2-run double by Spencer Browning. And PG goes up 3-1. Elrod and Walker Wright coming in to score. And here's Hunter Rose up. Still nobody out in the inning. This inning began with Walker Wright getting hit with a pitch.
It looks like we do have some action going on in the bullpen for Liberty-Eylau.
And they're going to put down another bunt. This is a good one. First base side. They'll get the out at first, but coming in to score is Jared Halter to make it a 3-run inning and a 4-1 lead. Well, that's what you can do when you got nobody out. The Leopards had one earlier, a very nice bunt with 2 outs. Didn't do him any good. This one with nobody out gets Rose an RBI, his second of the game. And the last Hawk runner down at third base. Pitch misses outside to Buck Anderson.
Browning doing everything he can to try to gain the pitcher's attention over there on third base.
Ooh, and that one comes in, and another hit batter as Anderson takes one off the arm. Third hit batter in the inning for Britton Pipes. And I know if you're Zach Fowler, and probably if you're a Leopard fan, you're wondering, well, get him out of there. Well, it's a non-district game. It's the first game of the year, and you want your pitcher to figure out how to work out of issues. And so with runners at the corners, Fowler doesn't move in the dugout, and Christian May comes up.
When with offensive weapons that Liberty-Eylau has, 3 runs is not anything that's insurmountable.
Pitch inside, ball 1. May 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout. On deck, Landon West. Still 1 out only in the inning. And before we can do anything, we get a timeout from May. This inning began with Walker Wright getting hit by a pitch. Elrod reached on an error on the pitcher. Halter got hit by a pitch. Browning with a double into right field. Sacrifice fly by Rose. And then Buck Anderson got hit by a pitch. And now it's 2 balls and no strikes. That one misses low and outside to May. Swing and a miss, and 2 balls and 1 strike. May was swinging for the fences with that one. Hawks have taken the lead here in the bottom of the 5th. Showing bunt pitch down low, 3-1. Tristan Howe started this game for Liberty-Eylau. He went almost 4 full innings, gave up just the 1 run. And Pipes has gotten in trouble here in the 5th, and he walks Christian May to load the bases up. And Fowler comes out again, and that's going to be all she wrote. Whoever he had warming up down in the bullpen's about to come into the game. 8th batter of the inning about to come up, Landon West, but we'll have a new pitcher before West gets up here. As Britton Pipes just could not find the strike zone here in this inning. He got out of the last one, a 1-2-3 4th, got 2 groundouts and a strikeout, but 3 hit batters and a walk in this inning was more than he could overcome. And so the Leopards go into the bullpen. That means Gunnar Keith coming in. The right-handed junior is going to warm up. He'll take over for Britton Pipes. And he inherits 1 out and bases loaded. Pipes went 1 in the 3rd inning, and we're not close to closing things up on him. He had 3 hit batters, however. Struck out 1, walked 1. At the moment, he's given up 3 runs, but is responsible for all 3 runners on base. Started to say a little earlier, both these teams pretty deep in pitching this year. Pipes didn't have a great outing, but Howe and Pipes in particular. Maddox Moore can throw. Certainly Gunnar Keith can throw. Dylan Neighbors can throw. They've got guys who Zach Fowler's confident in, and probably some others in there that haven't even gotten a chance to throw a whole lot yet, including Zyvan Banks, who's thrown a little bit this spring.
Yeah, Eli's taking some time on the mound as well. He comes with that kind of submarine arm, different arm angle for batters, and so they got plenty of arms for sure.
If you're a PG fan, you've seen submarine guys in this place before. Roman Brown pitched a PG team to a state championship in 2012 with that submarine style.
Well, watching Keith throw his warm-up pitches, he's got some movement on this ball.
All right, so he'll step in to face Landon West. Runners on all 3 bases. First pitch swinging. This one skies into right field. Arian Taylor underneath it. He'll make the catch. They're going to send the runner. Throw coming to the plate, and they're going to get a double play on it. Wow! 1 pitch, 2 outs. Arian Taylor with a BB that one-hops into the glove of the catcher, puts the tag on Spencer Browning, trying to come in from 3rd on the sac fly, and that'll end the inning. But the Hawks strike with 3 runs. There was 1 hit, no errors, and a couple men left on base. Top of the 6th coming up. It's Pleasant Grove with a 4-1 lead. We'll take a 30-second break. We'll come back for the top of the 6th when we return here on News Talk 107.1 and Texarkana Game Day.
Tired of banking fees and complicated? State Bank's My Free Checking Account. Enjoy no minimum balance and 0 monthly fees. Get a free gift just for opening your checking account, because we believe banking should be rewarding. Great for personal accounts and businesses too.
Welcome back. Well, it's a heck of a way to end the inning. The Hawks got the advantage of 3 hit batters, but the Leopards flashed a little glove there. Arian Taylor with the catch, and then the BB thrown in from right field to retire the runner trying to tag up. And we got a 3-run game, Jay.
Well, you see the success that Taylor had in football. I would think I may try to run on him, but he has athleticism every sport that he has stepped on the field this year.
I'll tell you what, the message is going to get out there pretty quick. You don't want to run on him. If that's any indication, he may be a guy that starts getting the rep real early. Don't run on the guy in right field. All right, well, the Leopards got some work to do now. They're down 4-1. We're playing here in the top of the 6th. Britton Pipes, Colin Evans, and Maddox Moore to face Pleasant Grove's second pitcher, Spencer Browning. Came in relief in the 5th. Pipes 0 for 2, strikeout and a ground out. Breaking ball, inside corner, strike 1 from Browning. Of course, the Leopards have just 1 hit in the game. That's Tristan Howe's leadoff single to start the game. Haven't had another one since. Ground ball slapped toward first. That's going to be foul ball. Yep. Just a little bit wide of the bag. So Britton Pipes gets to come back and do that again with a no-ball 2-strike count.
Well, you start getting to the point now where you start counting outs. And so, Liberty-Eylau with 6 outs left to try to get 3 on the board. And Pleasant Grove willing to probably trade an outer for a run a couple of times for the remainder of this game.
This one looping into right field, and Pipes leads off the Leopards' 6th inning with a base hit into right. Second hit of the game for LE. Took the 0-2 and went the other way with it. Just looped it over the head of Jace Elrod at second base. And here comes Colin Evans now. I'm sure they're all glad not to be seeing Hunter Rose anymore.
We got Dylan Neighbors. Yeah, Dylan Neighbors.
Dylan, yeah. They're going to bring in Neighbors to hit for Evans. Here in the 6th inning. So Dylan Neighbors, who catches a lot, pitches a little, comes in and sees a fastball from Spencer Browning for strike 1. Neighbors going to hit for Colin Evans. Ooh, he went fastball and took a mighty cut and missed it. Count now 0-2. Which means there may be a double switch going. Neighbors may be coming in to pitch. Here's the 0-2. Little off the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes, wide to the right-hander. Another throw over to first. And not that run at first matters a great deal, but there's a difference between a 3-run lead and a 2-run lead. You get a guy on and somebody jacks a home run. There's Neighbors going the other way. That's going to drop for a base hit. They'll wave around Pipes. He'll go first to third. Runners are at the corners now for the Leopards with nobody out. And Jay Davis, you said this Leopard team can get on offense in a hurry, and first 2 batters, the tying run comes to the plate in the person of Maddox Moore.
Well, Maddox Moore is such a phenomenal competitor. He's going to be looking here to put another run on the board for Liberty-Eylau with an RBI for sure.
Moore 0 for 2, strikeout and a ground out to third. Takes a look down at card in his pocket, puts it back down there. Zach Fowler's famous for the 3-digit yell out, whatever the play is. Here's the pitch. Took a check swing, but he went around for strike one. With nobody out, you wonder, the Leopards try to bunt that runner out of the double play and set things up for Arian Taylor, who would be up next. They're setting up outside to Moore. Pitch misses out there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runners at first and third for Liberty-Eylau. Breaking ball, good looking one by Browning. Kind of froze Moore. So he threw it at him and it came back. And the count 1-2 now to the Leopards junior, Maddox Moore. Righty-righty matchup. Here's Browning's pitch. Missed outside, 2-2.
Yeah, Bucks had 2 outside pitches he just wasn't able to frame up in this inning.
Moore's been on the varsity since he was a freshman. Here's the pitch. This one he smacks into left field. That's going to get down. 1 run comes in to score, and it's a 4-2 game. 3 consecutive hits for the Leopards as Britton Pipes trots in from third base, and here's Riley Fincher taking a walk. Neighbors went into second. Maddox Moore stops at first. And we got a 4-2 game. Only discussion here is with the pitcher. As Arian Taylor grabs his bat and started to the plate. Now they're going over for his huddle with Zach Fowler and the Leopards.
Arian Taylor doing damage on defense and seeing if he can maybe do something on the offensive side here with the bat in his hand.
Taylor 0 for 2. He's struck out and grounded out to first base. He was having trouble with Hunter Rose. Now he's got a chance to draw the Leopards a little closer. This game was 1-1 till the bottom of the 5th. Leopards gave up 3 runs in the bottom of the 5th inning. They've answered back with 1 here in the top of the 6th. Nobody out. And here's Taylor. First pitch, outside, ball 1. Arian, just a sophomore. He's the only sophomore on this roster for the Leopards. Neighbors at second. Moore at first. Pitch from Browning. This one flies straight back. He was on it, just right back to the screen. And the count 1 ball, 1 strike. Pipes with a single to right. Neighbors followed with a single to right. And Maddox with a single to left. Spencer checking the runner. Comes to the plate. That one low. Runners are going to take off and go. And are safe at second and third. When Neighbors, the throw down a little bit high from Anderson. If he gets that waist high, I think Christian May can put the tag on and maybe get the out at third base, but it was up high around his shoulders, and May had to drag that ball back down, just was a little late getting it there.
Yeah, and on the dugout side as well, inside and high, I think he still gets that tag in.
So it's 2-1, both runners in scoring position. This one foul ground ball. Oh, and Ricky Rushing, bad look at third base coaching box. Yeah, he's going to have to hear about that one. Oh, and he rung him up. Taylor kind of froze on a fastball right on the outside part of the plate, and there's your first out of the inning. And here's Gabe Jarvis now. Jarvis walked and grounded out.
That's the first strikeout by a Hawk since the third inning, I believe.
It was, yeah. Pitch, fastball, outside corner. And Gabe kind of asks, was that a little high? The umpire said, nope, no, that was a strike. Number 7 hitter in the lineup. We're going to get another runner. Leopards going to bring in a little speed for Maddox Moore, and that's going to be Ethan Berry. That comes in a run for Maddox Moore. Leopards with 2 runs, 4 hits, 2 errors. Hawks with 4 runs, 2 hits, and an error. All right, count. No balls, 1 strike to the lefty, Gabe Jarvis. Spencer Browning's pitch swung on and missed. That went down in the dirt. And now it's 0-2. Of course, all 3 guys that have got on with 0-2 or at least 2 strike counts. Here's Browning's pitch. Got a piece of that to stay alive. We'll do it again. On deck, Cade McLeod spots actually Zyvan Banks, who's got the bat. Here's the 0-2. Fastball high. Dylan Neighbors, Ethan Berry. Runners at 3rd and 2nd, respectively. Berry, the tying run. Here's the pitch. That one inside. Ball 2. Boy, Hawk fans now letting the umpire hear about it. Thought that was a strike. Now they're really fussing about it. Here's the 2-2. Swung on and missed, and got actually a piece of it, but fouled it into the catcher's glove for out number 2. Now here's Zyvan Banks now. Banks without an at-bat in the game. He's been playing second base and then third base in this game, but he was DH for to start the game. Cade McLeod grounded out and was hit by a pitch. So with runners at 2nd and 3rd, 2 away, number 8 hitter in the Leopard lineup, Zyvan Banks, a right-hander, steps in.
Yeah, should Browning get out of this inning with just 1 run given up, I think they'll take that.
Oh yeah, yeah. He had all kind back-to-back singles, tying run on base and nobody out, and he's gotten back-to-back strikeouts. Taylor and Jarvis. Now Zyvan Banks did not bat a lot last year. Was basically a runner. Browning, long look in. Home plate umpire pointing to him, we're ready. First pitch, low, ball 1. Outfield straight away for Pleasant Grove. Here's the pitch. That one's a strike waist high. Ball and a strike. Felt like Banks was taken all the way till he had a strike. Now he's got one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Got another one right on the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, Browning definitely has the fastball with some heat tonight.
Setting up outside on him again. That one way outside, 2-2. We're seeing if Zyvan would go fishing after one. Good speed on the base for the Leopards. They want a chance to run. Here's the 2-2. Ground ball foul. He'll stay 2 balls, 2 strikes as he got on top of that first base side. Will Tipton's the on-deck hitter for Liberty-Eylau. Here's the pitch. Woo, little outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. They've pushed him outside to see if Banks would go. He has not. He's been very good with bat discipline about not going after the outside pitch. Do you come back in on him now? 3 balls, 2 strikes. This one ground ball. Halter's got it. He'll make the throw across on the money, and that'll end the inning. Leopards pick up 1 run. They had 3 hits, and they left 2 men on base. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th with Pleasant Grove leading Liberty-Eylau 4-2. We'll take a break. Coming back in 30 seconds here on News Talk 107.1 and Texarkana Game Day.
Tired of banking fees and complicated accounts? With State Bank's My Free Checking Account, enjoy no minimum balance and 0 monthly fees. Get a free gift just for opening your checking account, because we believe banking should be rewarding. Great for personal accounts and businesses too.
All righty, welcome back. Bottom of the 6th inning. Leopards trailing 4-2. And Gunnar Keith, who got out of the 5th inning, I think he may be done. That looks like Maddox out there now. Maddox Moore getting ready to throw an inning worth of work here in the 6th.
And I'm excited to see how Maddox looks. I mean, we didn't get to see him pitch at all last year. He pitched a little bit in his freshman campaign, but not a whole lot. See if he can take a big jump as they lost some big arm pieces in Cam Gamble and W.T. Jones.
Yeah, you got a lot of innings to have to eat. That's going to be the issue for Zach Fowler. We said he got a lot of arms, but there's a lot of innings. Gamble in particular. I mean, everybody knew about Jones, but they didn't know about Gamble until he really got going and kind of became the first guy out of the bullpen and the long relief guy and really kind of held down things. The first pitch, swinging ground ball towards short. Howe with it, throw across in time, and there's 1 pitch, 1 out as Blue Rose goes down to lead off the 6th inning. It'll be Rose, Walker Wright, and Jace Elrod batting for Pleasant Grove here in the 6th. 4th pitcher of the night for Liberty-Eylau. We started with Tristan Howe. He went 3 innings. Britton Pipes with an inning and a third. Gunnar Keith threw 1 pitch, got 2 outs. And now Maddox Moore. They'll show bunt, and that one's a little low for a ball. Walker Wright has grounded out to short, been hit by a pitch, and scored the first run of the 5th inning. 4-2 lead for Pleasant Grove as that one misses wide. 2 balls and no strikes now. If you're wondering for the Leopards, they'll be the 9-1-2 hitters coming up in the top of the 7th. Moore ready, the right-hander. That one's in there for a strike. Little tail on that one. 2 balls, 1 strike to Walker Wright. And that one back-to-back strikes. Moore, fast worker just like Howe was. You look down, he's already thrown again. The 2-2. Just a tick low. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes. All right, trying to slow Moore down. He comes back and fouls one to the screen. Batters try to regain control of the pacing. Step out, adjust your gloves, look at the third base coach. Anything to not let that pitcher get it, throw in that rhythm. All right, 3-2, Moore ready. Here's the pitch. Where? A little high, I guess. Ball 4. Wasn't really much complaint from the Leopards, so apparently from our angle didn't get a good look at elevation, but it looked like a little bit high.
Yeah, I think even Wright was a little hesitant to just take off to first. That sort of had me off a little.
All right, so here's Elrod now. Jace has struck out, reached on an error on the left fielder and one on the pitcher. So he's officially 0 for 3. Well, Moore saw the dancing Walker Wright at first base and flung over there in a hurry. Pitch misses outside for ball 1. That's what Wright's trying to do. Look at me. Don't look at that batter. Ground ball toward first. Oh, and hit the runner. And that's going to be Walker Wright getting out as he got hit by a ball that came off the bat of Elrod, and you can't do that. So Walker Wright's forced out, and there's 2 away now as Elrod will go down to first base, and he's been on base 3 times today and has an 0 for 4. That's crazy. Reached on an error twice, and that time basically what's, I guess you call it a fielder's choice. And with 2 away, here's Jared Halter. Halter a walk, a ground out, and he's been hit by a pitch. 2 outs here in the 6th inning. A couple of throws over by Moore. He's got a nice quick move and a live arm down that way. Pitch inside low, ball 1. Zivan Banks, by the way, started the last inning at third. He moves over to second now as Pipes moved to third base. Howe still at shortstop. 2 balls, no strikes, and that one misses wide. And that one inside for called strike. Most of these batters are taught they're out. Basically, it's as far in the batter's box as you can get, right over the plate practically. That one missing low and away. 3 balls, 1 strike.
Of course, all these players have played long enough to try to sell that inside strike as it being inside.
Right. Another throw over. Oh, if close. Elrod was just starting his lean, and Joe Perlman's actually going over and talking to him about how far off you want to go. Ground ball, foul third base side. 3 balls, 2 strikes now. On deck, Spencer Browning. If Halter can keep the inning going. 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. Yikes. I don't know that Jarvis was prepared for that pickoff move. As everybody's about to go tournamenting now. Liberty-Eylau is going to be in Longview for the Lobos tournament this week. I think they may have called a balk on him. Yeah, they're going to let Elrod move down to second base on Maddox Moore's balk.
I think Elrod lost his helmet going back, and I think caught the first baseman's knee somewhere in the head.
I think Zach Fowler he's still wanting clarification. He's not happy with that call. I don't think Zach's having a fun time on his first trip over here. Still checking out Jace Elrod, make sure he's okay. So runner moves down to second base. 3-2 count on Halter. They get everybody off the field. Fowler's gone back to his dugout. Fincher's heading back to the third base coach's box. We'll try one more time with 3-2. The Hawks were supposed to be playing, let's say, White House maybe this week. But I think there was some concern about the Thursday weather, and I believe that game may already have been postponed. Swing and a miss. Well, he hung on to it. Yep, there it is. That's the end of the inning as Halter goes down on strikes. No runs, no hits, no errors, man left on. Top of the 7th coming up, 4-2. Hawks with the lead. Leopards down to their final at bat. We're going to take a timeout. 30-second variety. Back here in half minute on News Talk 107.1 and Game Day.
Sorry you're under the weather, Susie. Here are those loan docs.
Thanks, James. I'm so glad we didn't have to delay this closing.
Tissue?
Thanks.
Secure and safe loan closings, or take care of just about any banking task. Experience the credit union difference. Anytime, anywhere. With RRCU's digital banking. Do you RRCU?
All righty. It'll be 9-1-2 to come into the plate. Will Tipton, Tristan Howe, Eli Jarvis. Liberty-Eylau trailing Pleasant Grove 4-2. The opening game of the new Pleasant Grove Hawk Field. If you have not been out here, and why would you have been? No games have been played. You probably want to take a run out here before too long. This is really an outstanding complex. They're still buttoning up some things. They've got some amenities to try to finish off yet, but for the most part, I would think this thing's probably somewhere in the 90 to 95% complete range. They've still got a little bit of things to put up, but it really is outstanding.
Well, once we have those evenings where we have both baseball and softball going on, it's truly going to be a family event that they could come to and have a good evening.
Yep. All right. Spencer Browning trying to close things out for the Hawks. Will Tipton leading things off for the Leopards. First pitch, a swing and a miss. Tipton is an 0 for 1. He grounded out to the pitcher and put down a sacrifice bunt. And this is a ground ball toward Halter. It's short for Hopper off the heel of his glove. And how about Tipton getting on an error by the shortstop? And that may be news by itself. Jared Halter just does not boot balls like that very often. But he leads off allows the lead off of the 7th inning for Will Tipton to get on. And here's the top of the order for the Leopards now as Tristan Howe comes up. Howe with a single, ground out to the pitcher, and a fly out to right. Browning with a throw over and
lost the shoe.
Yep. Tipton dove right out of his left shoe. You get old, you go to the Velcro.
Get some Sketcher action.
That's
out
right.
there.
That's it. Pitch in there for a strike to Tristan Howe. Or the New Balance. You want to do the New Balance. No balls and 1 strike. On deck, Eli Jarvis. At the plate, Tristan Howe. One missed, got away, but not far enough for Will Tipton to go anywhere. Count even up at a ball and a strike. Another throw over. Diving back in again is Tipton.
I think Tipton was looking to maybe take one more step. I think if Browning would have waited just a half count, he may have had a lean in the wrong way.
Yep. Not a big lead for Will here, but he starts to go, then stops. Ball lifted into right. Now Tipton's in trouble. May get doubled off. He doesn't get back, and he barely makes it back. Collision between he and Walker Wright at first base. And now we're going to see, did he interfere with the fielder's attempt to catch the ball? He's trying to get back to the bag. Walker Wright's trying to catch the ball, and they collided. And now there's a discussion between a couple of the umpires about, is this going to be interference or not? And Walker Wright needs to Will Tipton needs to stay on the base. He strayed about halfway between, and they threw over to first base. Luckily, been timeout called. Now he's going back again. Looks like he's going to second base. Nope. They say get back to first base. Nobody interfered with anybody. You're both trying to get back to where you were going. Stop at first base. So what we got is Howe out as he flew out to right field. Tipton will stay at first. There's one away, and here's Eli Jarvis. Walk, been hit by a pitch, and grounded out.
I don't think we've had a double play tonight.
No, we had one. The right fielder's
that's right.
Unconventional throw in. And tell you what, Zach Fowler's mad again. He has not been happy with the first base umpire all night tonight. Yeah, they're not on each other's Christmas card list, I think. I think he fires his clipboard into the dugout. Well, there's one away. Pitch to Jarvis, outside corner, called strike. 4-2 ball game, top of the 7th. Hawks with the lead over the Leopards. And Jarvis took a timeout. Both teams with a run in the first. Hawks picked up 3 in the 5th, Leopards with 1 in the 6th. Left 2 runners on base in that 6th inning. Tying run at the plate here in the 7th. Swing and a miss. And the count's 0-2 now to Jarvis. Britton Pipes is the on-deck hitter for Liberty-Eylau. Crowd getting into it now. Here's the pitch. This one hit to center. Running over, making a catch. Boy, tell you what, great coverage of ground by Hunter Rose out in center field for the second out. That's 2 balls in a row now. The Leopards have hit hard. They just stayed up in the air a little too long and allowed Hawk outfielders to get under them, and the Leopards are down to their last out. Tough ball. That ball ended up staying low, and Rose just came in and caught it waist high. So here's Britton Pipes now. He's 1 for 3. Strikeout, ground out, and a single. First pitch outside, ball 1. 2 outs, top of the 7th. Browning's coming in relief in the 5th inning. Got out of a jam in the 6th inning. This one slapped to deep center. This is going to get over the head and into the gap. Rose is going to have to hustle to get to it. Play to the plate. There's not going to be a runner coming in, and runners are going to be stopping at second and third. The tying run is at second in Britton Pipes. And it'll be Dylan Neighbors coming back up. Pipes, who started 0 for 2, now with a single and a double. Runners at second and third. Tipton's at third. Pipes, the tying runs at second. And Neighbors, who singled his own at-bat in the 5th inning, comes up. He had a 2-strike hit into right field. This one he's going to hit hard. This one getting away from Rose. He'll make a layout attempt, and he hangs on to it. Center field, and that's how the game's going to end, with another defensive gem. Hunter Rose with 2 huge plays in the inning. Neighbors hit it well, but just like the other 2 outs of this inning, it hung up just a little too long, and the Leopards will lose 4-2 as Pleasant Grove opens their new park with a win over the crosstown rival. And that one's a pretty darn good game, Jay Davis.
Yeah, Rose being able to make that last out, I think saved 2 runs there. And Pleasant Grove able to get out with a first win in this new stadium that they have against the defending state champion Liberty-Eylau Leopards and crosstown rivalry, even though they're not in the same classification. So Pleasant Grove's going to have a little bit of bragging rights for a little bit until they go across town to Liberty-Eylau Leopard land.
I tell you what, Hawks 4 runs, 2 hits, 2 errors. Leopards 2 runs, 5 hits, and a couple errors. Spencer Browning excellent in relief. Hunter Rose gets the win. It'll be Britton Pipes taking the loss today for the Leopards. Well, that's going to wrap things up for us. Tell you what, it's fun calling the game with you again, sir. Hopefully We'll do it again over at Liberty-Eylau later in the year.
Looking forward to that, and go Hawks and go Leopards.
There you go. For Jay Davis, for Zach.